twice if you're really John Benet Ramsey.
Wait, no, that is not real.
Welcome to Watch Mojo Unearthed. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 biggest conspiracy theories in pop culture history. Number 10. Lewis Carroll was Jack the Ripper.
The murders shocked the Victorian world with their brutality.
In 1888, a mysterious man known as Jack the Ripper terrorized the city of London with a series of gruesome murders. Because of the time that has since elapsed, many experts believe identifying the man today is near impossible. However, some believe the murderer might have been beloved author Lewis Carroll. In 1996, a man by the name of Richard Wallace published a book whereby he claimed Carroll and a colleague of his were responsible for the attacks. Number 9. Solange is actually Beyoncé's daughter.
I'm proud to be her sister. Y'all give it up. I love her very much. Solange.
This theory originated from multiple unconfirmed sources, claiming Beyoncé's real birth date is September 4th, 1974 instead of 1981. According to an anonymous person online who claimed to have worked at Beyoncé's Columbia record label, Beyoncé fell pregnant at around the age of 13. Because of the circumstances, the baby was then raised by her parents as Beyoncé's sister. This would mean the hit singer is in her late 40s at the time of this video. Number 8. Katy Perry is actually a grown-up John Benet Ramsey.
Blink twice if you're really John Benet Ramsey.
Wait, no, that is not real.
One of the more tragic events of the 1990s was the mysterious murder of child beauty queen John Benet Ramsey. Due to the striking resemblance, people online have bought into a conspiracy theory stating that singer Katy Perry is actually a grown-up Ramsey. The theory was first introduced when someone published a video online describing how Ramsey's parents sacrificed her old identity in order for her to become famous. However, there's tons of evidence of Perry as a kid and teenager, so this theory doesn't really hold up. Number 7. Nicolas Cage is a vampire. After a photo of a man from 1870 circulated online, people couldn't help but notice the striking resemblance that the man had to actor Nicolas Cage. This prompted fans to believe he must be a vampire, because what else? The theory became so widespread, Cage actually addressed it on The Late Show with David Letterman. Although not the first celebrity to be deemed immortal, the interaction is hilarious nonetheless. Knowing Nicolas Cage isn't secretly a vampire definitely lets us sleep a bit easier, but maybe that's what someone who drinks blood would want us to think. Number 6. Stephen King killed John Lennon. A man by the name of Steve Lightfoot originally made the claim that former US President Richard Nixon and then President-elect Ronald Reagan had author Stephen King murder John Lennon. The motive was supposedly to stop Lennon's anti-war influence at the time, even though the Vietnam War had ended 5 years prior. Although there are mounds of evidence pointing to Mark David Chapman being the killer, conspiracy theorists continue to point fingers at the CIA and other US intelligence agencies. Number 5. Walt Disney's body is cryogenically frozen.
He built a media and entertainment company that stands as one of the most powerful on the planet.
After his death in 1966, theories emerged that the company had cryogenically frozen him in order to revive him in the future. Some believe Disney's body is frozen under the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, while others think it may be stored at a top-secret facility. The purpose of this? We aren't exactly sure. Number 4. Princess Diana was murdered.
The reports are that Diana has been killed.
The death of Princess Diana made headlines around the world and was one of the biggest stories of the 1990s. Many have since theorized that the royal family, by way of MI6, purposely had the princess killed and staged the incident to look like a crash. The motive for this would be due to Diana's supposedly being pregnant at the time with Egyptian film producer Dodi Fayed's child. Many believe that this was something the monarchy privately disapproved of. Although there isn't actual evidence for this, the fact that Fayed's father expressed his support for the theory doesn't give us much comfort. Number 3. Many celebrities are in the Illuminati. Over the ages, people have accused tons of different celebrities of being members of the Illuminati, despite the actual Illuminati dying out in the late 1700s. Famous singers like Madonna, all the way to former US President Donald Trump have been accused. Although the Illuminati might be defunct now, secret societies do still exist, and it's no surprise speculation has swirled around them for decades. While these societies are most likely just networking clubs for the ultra-rich, we can't help but wonder if they're truly something more sinister. Number 2. Stanley Kubrick directed the faked moon landing.
It's one small step for man.
The 1969 moon landing is subject to one of the biggest conspiracy theories of all time. But many who indulge in this notion believe the videos of the faked landing were directed by Hollywood mogul Stanley Kubrick. Kubrick often added hidden themes and messages in his films, which fans have no doubt held a microscope to. From the Apollo sweater in The Shining to directing 2001: A Space Odyssey right before Apollo 11, the infamous director definitely added fuel to the fire, whether unintentionally or not. Number 1. Elvis Presley is still alive. Entire forums online are gung-ho that the famous singer faked his own death in order to live a life of peace and quiet. Presley was born in 1935, though, and would be in his late 80s at the time of this video. While not impossible, the chances of this legendary vocalist still being alive are next to none. For many, however, that doesn't entirely rule out him living the rest of his days undercover, or the FBI helping fake his death for reasons unknown.
And of course, there have been tabloid sightings of Presley as well. Most of those are quite humorous.